Create the look of a custom cutout frame using the Custom Shape tool. Hi, this is Jennifer Juris from Digital Scrapper, the very best place on the web to find complete and professional instruction for digital scrapbooking. We help you get your stories told. This video is being filmed in Photoshop Elements, but the instructions are exactly the same for Adobe Photoshop except where noted. The first thing we need to do is to prepare the workspace. I've already created a new document that is 5 inches by 5 inches at 300 pixels per inch with a white background. Then in the menu bar, choose Window, Images, Consolidate All to tabs. Now in the Layers panel, click on the padlock icon of the background layer to unlock it. Next, we need to create the square part of the frame. To do that, click on the foreground color chip to open the color picker and choose a medium gray color. I'm going to use hex number 959595 and then click OK. Now, press Alt Backspace in Windows or Option Delete on a Mac to fill the layer with the foreground color. Now we need to create the shape that we'll use to make the cutout portion of the frame. Click on the foreground color chip to open the color picker and choose a light gray color. I'm going to use hex number CCC, CCC, and then click OK. Then get the Custom Shape tool. It's nestled with the other shape tools. Then in the tool options, click to open the shape picker and open the drop-down menu and choose the shapes list. Then choose the hexagon shape. If you don't see the names of the shapes, click on the flyout menu and choose Large List. Then set the style to none and open the geometry options and choose Unconstrained. Then click on the Create a New Shape Layer icon. If you're using Adobe Photoshop, consult the manual for the settings. Now on the document, while holding down the Shift key, click and drag a hexagon that fills most of the square. And to reposition while dragging, press and hold the space bar. Now press Ctrl A in Windows or Command A on a Mac to select all, then get the Move tool, and in the tool options, click on the Align Horizontal Centers icon and the Align Vertical Centers icon, and then press Ctrl D in Windows or Command D on a Mac to deselect. Now that we have the shape, we can make the cutout. So in the Layers panel, hold down the Control key in Windows or the Command key on a Mac and click on the thumbnail of the hexagon layer to get a selection outline. Then, in the Layers panel, click on the bottom square layer to activate it. Now press the Backspace key in Windows or the Delete key on a Mac to remove the unwanted pixels from the frame layer. Then press Ctrl D in Windows or Command D on a Mac to deselect. In the Layers panel, drag the hexagon layer below the frame layer. Now in the Layers panel, double-click on the name of the hexagon layer and change it to Photo Clipping Mask. And then press Enter to commit the name change. And in the Layers panel, double-click on the name of the top layer and change it to Frame-Paper Clipping Mask. And then press Enter to commit the name change. Next, let's add a drop shadow to the frame cutout layer. So in the Layers panel, make sure that the frame layer is still the active layer. And then in the menu bar, choose Layer, Layer Style, Style Settings. In the dialog box, set the lighting angle to 120 degrees, and then click on the drop shadow box to open the settings. Set the size to 15, the distance to 9, and then set the opacity to 45%. And then once you've done that, click OK to close the dialog box. If you're using Adobe Photoshop, consult the manual for the settings. Next, let's save this document as a template. To preserve the layers for future use, save the document as a layered PSD file with a unique name. I'm going to save mine as hexagon cutout frame.psd. Now that we've made our frame, we can move it to a project. But before we do that, in the Layers panel, while holding down the Shift key, click on the Photo Clipping Mask layer so that both layers are activated. Then in the Layers panel, click on the Link Layers icon to link the layers together. It's important that the layers remain linked so that when we move them to a different document, they stay correctly aligned. In the downloads for this tutorial, you will find a quick page that you can use this hexagon frame on. The kit I used to design this quick page is called What Little Boys Are Made Of, and it's made by Simple Pleasure Designs. Go ahead and open that file now. Once you have the quick page open, in the menu bar, choose Window, Images, Consolidate All to Tabs. Then in the Layers panel, click on the Cutout Frame Placeholder layer to activate it. Now go back to the Hexagon Cutout Frame document. With both layers still activated, in the menu bar, choose Layer, Duplicate Layers. In the dialog box, set the destination document to the quick page file, and then click OK. Now we can go back to the quick page document. Now get the Move tool if you don't have it activated, and then on the document, click and drag the cutout frame layers so that they are positioned directly above the cutout frame placeholder layer. Like that. And now you can drag the cutout frame placeholder layer to the trash. At this point, your frame is ready for a photo and a paper. If you need help with how to clip something to a layer, please see the clipping mask video found in the Fundamentals classroom. The link for that video can be found in the manual for this tutorial. Also, in the downloads for this lesson, I've included the craft paper I used on my frame for you to use with the coordinating quick page. Make sure you clip that paper to the frame cutout layer. Here is my page now that I've added my photos, title, date, and journaling. Using the touches of brown with all of the blue really complements the colors in the photos. Also, if hexagons aren't your thing, you can use many different custom shapes using the same steps as we did here. Here's a few examples. If you'd like to know more about Photoshop Elements or Adobe Photoshop, or if you'd like to fill in the gaps of your learning, check out Quick Learn by Linda Satgast. You'll find a link to this class as well as a coupon code in the manual that accompanies this video. So that's how you create a custom cutout frame. I'm Jennifer Juris with Digital Scrapper.